Hello, hello, everybody around the world. It's Ibasaw again. I'm going to do some live streaming while I do my brine shrimp hatchery. Guys, the fighting fish that I have has already hatched yesterday, and daddy fighting fish is busily keeping them alive. So the next step now is to make them some food for tomorrow to feed or the next day. Now, let me just grab all my bits and pieces. Now, I'm doing my own DIY hatchery in here. So this is my section where I'm going to make it. Now, I have a light, which you will need. A brine shrimp it's basically a powder that you buy from the pet store, or I usually buy mine on eBay. So this one comes with this. This is the where you're going to put the brine shrimp when it hatch. So it's this one. Brine shrimp, premium quality, and I bought this one from aquabuy.com. And there's the sucker for the brine to get rid of, and this is the inside. So let me just open it up. So but it's basically an eggs, there's tiny little eggs in here that I'm going to hatch. Usually take a day or so, just depends. There we go. So 28 Celsius water will not, hang on, dump them into a 28 water. A thermal shock will stop hatching them. Pack it at least room temperature, not over 25, before adding them to the water. So basically, put the cold water first, room temperature, and then add your eggs. So this is the brine shrimp. This is what it looks like, and the eggs are really, really tiny. So this is how they do the DIY. So I'm kind of doing a similar in the bottle, but I'm going to attach mine into here. This little bit of a suction. So I have done it before, so I know it's working. And also, okay, so the life cycle of the brine shrimp, you see, went from the egg to young or to hatching, and then to little tiny little babies all the way there. But if the next day or a couple of days, you can feed the baby fish, because they're really, really tiny. But you can make them an adult, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to feed, every day I'm going to make one. So enough to feed my fish. Now I have my bottle somewhere. There's my bottle. So I'm going to make a hole right there to put my air pump. So you need an air pump. So I need a bottle. I've got my heater over here. Okay. It's set on 27 degrees. And I've got my air pump that I'm going to poke into here. So I'm just going to have it that way. And also, I've got my powder, my eggs, which we will use. Let me do that. And I have my cold water, which I have taken already from a fish tank. This one I was going to do another. There's my water. But that's from the fish tank, so I use the normal water. And also, you need rock salt. Now, this is my favorite one. It's rock salt, which is all natural. I do have a normal salt, but they don't seem to work with the normal salt, so it has to be rock salt. Or you can buy the salt from your pet store. Basically, it's designed for the actual brine shrimp. Now, because I've done this today, I wasn't sure if my eggs were going to hatch because, the previous try did not work. So I was very excited yesterday that my actual eggs has hatched, and that's why I did live streaming, and you guys would have seen that one if you'd follow me. So that would be the actual, this is an egg that I have boiled to prepare for the first day of the feeding. Now the yolk the inside yellow, ang sulod ani kanang yellow, you just imo na siyang pug-on o imo nang crunch it and mix it with just not tap water but your water from your fish tank, and you just put that on top of the water. That can be the first food of the fish, the baby fries, the baby fighting fish, because tomorrow this is probably not going to hatch yet until maybe tomorrow night. So just in case, it's day 3 tomorrow for my little boys and girls. So I'm going to stay with me. I'm going to do that for the first feed, and they're very healthy for your fish. So guys, I'm about to poke a hole in here. Let's see, for my shrimp, for the bubbles. Just gotta make sure that I don't make it really big hole. Enough for the hose to go through. Okay, so that's smoking. Now, obviously, I'm gonna need to have my water go through here, so I'm just gonna open this up, and not to slip it and burn myself. Just bear with me a moment while I get that one going. Okay, let's continue making the brine shroom hatchery. I just need to open this up so I can build it up with water. Now, of course, you guys don't have these tools. You can just cut it off with scissors, which I'm going to do anyway. I'll just show you. Turn off my actual machine, my soldering iron. There we go. You could choose to cut it with scissors. There. Okay, so I'm just going to place just going to make sure, actually. I'm going to put a hole in here so I can place my... that's good, it's still hot. I just turned it off, so I'm just going to poke a couple of holes. Just in case I need to position my actual... Look, my hook. I turned off the machine already, so it still should be hot. Alright, so I've got 3 holes there just in case I need that space. Okay, so what we need is to mix our water, this water. I'll just pop it in there for now and get rid of that. And the next step, so you need that. The next step is we need to put this inside the Coke bottle. So this one has to go inside and this one has to go outside. So what I was going to do is Daisy. I just lost you guys. Sorry about that. That wasn't exciting, was it? Oops. Fancy for getting it on the top. Sorry about that. Let me just fix my little camera. How's that? Okay, let's get back into action again, because I have lost it. All right, here we go again. Now I need to put that through there like so. Okay, so I have to find a way of putting, hopefully it's big enough. Just put that, and then I'm going to put this into here. Now see how it's blocking? I may have to cut that off. No, I don't need to do that, sorry. Kind of forgot what I did last time. Okay, so I'm going to put this through. And that is tough. So let's trim this bit, so I can go through the hole like that. There we go. How's that? There's a well, there's a way. And then where is my bottle? Here it is. So pop it in. So guys, you don't have to buy your own. You don't have to buy a brine shrimp hatchery. You can make your own, which is what I'm doing. Now, where did I put my bubbler now? Here we go. This is the air stone. So basically, this connected to the electricity, and the air goes flow into here and into this bubbler. Now you need this so that the movement, the actual eggs, is being moved around in the in this container. Otherwise, it will not hatch. If I can get it in, this is going to be the challenge. I might just pull it out a bit, like so. Makes it easier for myself to do this. Make sure it's nice and tight, because it's going to be very hard for you to redo them if it's not in. Because once you put the eggs, that's it. Now I don't have much baby eggs, baby shrimp, baby fighting fish at the moment. There are two. The number 2 pair, his babies are hatched today, but unfortunately I made a mistake of disturbing them, and unfortunately I might have killed some of the babies. But he has rescued some, and they've just hatched. I haven't had a chance to video him, But you've seen my other one, and the other babies are starting to swim around horizontally. It means tomorrow they're all swimming horizontally. That means they're trying to get away and look for food. And the father will get frustrated that they don't stay in the nest. So sometimes, because he can't keep up with all of them moving, sometimes the fish thinks that he should just eat some. Ay, ay, ay. That wasn't good. He should eat some to, sorry guys, that fell off. That was no good. Eat some so he don't have to work so hard. So that is the time when to move the father fighting fish from the fish tank. Because we don't want any babies get eaten. I mean, I probably would have killed some today. It's not good. But he did manage to collect them from the bottom of the tank. Okay, there we go, guys. That's done already. Now I'm just going to need to wash my hands for a little bit of grit. Okay, now that we have that one connected, I hope it actually works. Let's just test it. Get rid of that. Now I've got this water here just for excess when I do have some left over. I don't really want to throw away the actual. Well, this is just a test, okay? See if it actually works. How's that? Can you see that, guys? It's bubbling away. Fantastic. I'm just gonna hook this up. If I can, into this hole. Sometimes you just want the eggs to be moving in there. You don't want it to be stagnant in the bottom. Otherwise, they will not hatch. I'm having trouble putting this in. Whoops, it's easy. Anyway, just leave that one for now. So as you can see, the bubbles are working. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now that's working. Let's release the water. And we're going to mix. Just going to push this one a little bit further, just in case it will come off during the night. Okay. Grab my little hook. Now I also want to close this later on because the water evaporates, and the more water comes out, obviously the less water you're going to have in your thing. So let me just put this hook in there before I actually start putting. If I can do it, it's really giving me a hard time, isn't it? Come on, hook up for me. There we go. Crikey. Now it should sit there nicely like that, but because there's no water, it's not going down, but that's okay. Now what we need is this amount of water here. I am going to put some rock salt. Now that should be enough as a bottle of water. So you only want to fill it up about here. So let me see if I can. Don't really want to overwater it, so let's just start with a little bit. You can always add more water. Okay, so let's get some rock salt. I think what fell off on you. Now this particular rock salt that I bought, that's from your local store, like Woolies. I got some Woolies, and there is a lock zipper. So when you're done, you can just close it. So we need a couple of spoons. Tablespoon mixed into our water, and it's not staying in one spot. So there's my spoons, a little bit big, but the more the salt, the better. So we'll just have that for now. There's less salt, the egg doesn't seem to catch. So we just mix the salt into the water, like so. Mix it nice and well before placing it into the brine shrimp hatchery. My beautiful DIY. Okay, guys. Now I like this particular rock salt because it seems to work really well. The salt that comes with some of the brine shrimp that I actually buy, it just doesn't seem to be salty enough. I don't know why, but it just doesn't seem to finish or hatch. So I have decided to. Hello, numero uno. Kumusta? Salamat sa pag-watch. Mapay pagtanaw na ako kay nabisi ko sa ako ang concentration. Dorig tag. Will you or the fish to eat? Ah, this is for the fish to eat. For the fish to eat, not for me. You're talking about the eggs. The egg. Okay, here we go. Let's place the salt, watered salt into the container. How is that? Oh, it's just perfect. Perfect measurement. And now, since we got that going like so, we put the heater in. Oh, better not. Plug it in. Now, my heater is a little bit cold, so I might check why is that. Now, I need to have this one hooked. It seems like my thing is quite long, so I might decide to make a hole and hang it on my hanger here. Of course, I will need it to hang it like that. I might put it away from my fish tank because I don't want the salt water flicking into the. Now I might need to just add a little bit more, but I don't want too much because otherwise it will overflow. Okay, that's perfect. So you gotta have the heater and you need the light. It encourages the fish to grow. So now, let me try and find this way. I'm going to use that side for. I'll find another way. Yeah, it's so hard to get through the hole. There's a big hole in there. There we go. There's the hook. Now it's all hooked in. Is that, guys? And I might just cut this bit so I can cover the actual water. Now, sorry guys, I'm doing it as I go along, as my original plan didn't quite work. Okay, there's plan B on my cover. I'm just going to get rid of that completely, because I'm not going to be able to reach it. There. So it's nicely sucked in there, holded by this little thing, and it's standing up. So we got our air, and we've got a heater. The water's got salt. I have my cover. They worked out perfect. There we go. Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's the idea, is to put the cover on top. Once I get some sticker tape, I'll pop it in there. Might just do that now, just one moment. So it doesn't keep on dropping on me. How's that? There you go, voila. Oh, this is my crazy DIY. Like I said, you could buy a hatchery, but I know how to do it, so I'm not going to spend any more money. I'd rather buy the actual shrimp eggs, because they're not cheap. I think I paid about $30 for this pack. Okay, so now we're going to place our shrimp eggs. And that's pretty much it, guys. You just need a container. You need a heater to keep it warm. So I set it up on 27 degrees. I might just pop it in 28 degrees. So I'll just check if it's plugged on. It just doesn't seem to be warm. I might not have plugged on because I haven't plugged on. Okay, so the heater is working. And I think because the water is warm. Now, like I said, the temperature's going to go to 28 degrees. But before it does that, we need to put a shrimp. So again, open it up. Be careful not to spill it. There's the eggs. You see the eggs, guys? They're really, really fine. Okay, so I have a teaspoon. Really, you only need a teaspoon or two, because this is quite a lot. I will be using this. I've got this. How many kilos this one? Protein, 50% protein, 50% fat, 8% fiber, and 6% carbohydrate. Premium quality. So my baby shrimp, because they're only babies, they won't be eating much. So I'll probably just do one of these for now. So basically, that will hatch in a day or so, 48 hours. And that's all you need. And I've got a whole heaps in here. I'm just going to show you how fine it is. I don't know if you can see that. This is the brine shrimp. Really tiny. Okay, so, and this of course is to collect the shrimp from here. But normally I'm going to just tip it out, because there are some eggs that hasn't hatched. Bisan og nangamusa ng uban, na uban nga wala pa. And also, you can also use this to make sure nga ang mga egg dili mulutaw ibabaw parang ma-hatch sila. Okay? You just need to do this for a little bit because the eggs are still trying to soak into the water. So like I said, do not make the water warm first before you put the eggs. Otherwise the egg won't hatch. So you put it at the same temperature, and as the water gets warmer, that's when the egg's starting to, getting cooked, I suppose what you call it, hatching. So see how the water is moving, keeping the eggs moving. And the bottom, because the water is from the bottom, they don't sit in the bottom. So this is my DIY hatchery. Kung mamusa na ni siya, it takes 2 days or sometimes 1 day. Inig kamusa, mo ni imong ipakaon sa imong mga baby fish. Once it's hatched, this is what's going to feed your baby fighting fish. The first food or second food. And mauni siya imong ipakaon at least for a month. But also, within that month, you can also change mo sing ibaylo-baylo, shrimp ba, kaniba imong pagkaon ug dili ka nang gagmay nga pino kaayo nga itlog, kanang yolk, kanang yellow kani siya. So, I already boiled this one. Ako na ning giluto. Ang yellow sa inside mo na akong ipakaon sa ako ang first fish, pero kanang pino kaya kanang imo ra nang ilutaw, parang my first food sila. Plus this is good for the fish. So that's my brine shrimp and the eggs for my babies tomorrow. Pero ang shrimp di pa na siya mohatch ugma kay wala ko man ako karon ko man ako ikuan. Pero usahay depende mo hatch man ang uban dali raman. So brine shrimp morning pagkaon sa akong mga isda. So at the same time, rock salt. Mo ay akong mix. So guys, this is how I grow my shrimp, brine shrimp, for the baby fighting fish to feed. And then also, like I said, you need a pump. So this is the pump that I'm using. It's quite big, but you can buy a small one. At the moment it's on low, so I'm gonna put it on high. But I've got 2. So you could put some more in here and make it like a lot. But I only need 2, one for my shrimp, and on next door is my baby fighting fish male that's looking after his babies. So I'm doing this in my sunroom because the actual air pump is really noisy. It's annoying. It annoys me. It's not fun. So this one is at the tank. As you can see it, I'll just move the stuff. Here is my baby boy right on the very corner. His eggs is just hatched, so right over here. And they won't eat tomorrow yet because they're too young. But the other one, my other boy Wyatt, and this one is very similar. This is his big brother, and his babies are on the top. They are also have just hatched today. There's not much there, but there's enough for me to feed. There is some bugs in there that's jumping around. I hope it's not eating my fish. I would not be happy. I can see some babies swimming around, so that's a good thing. I'm quite excited about that. And I've got the air pump here for the children. So water needs to be moving around as well on the surface, because if you you know, the eggs, the sac, the egg, whatchamacallit. It also keep the, look, can you see that? Oh, I can see them swimming at the top. It's so cute. Okay, so that is my way. So now I might find a way of turning that around into here so it can have light at the same time have light on the fish on my shrimp here. So this light encourages the brine shrimp eggs to hatch. So I'm just going to move it here so you can see the brine shrimp will be hatched in a couple of days, if not tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. Sometimes it only takes 24 hours, but sometimes it takes longer. And if it doesn't work, then obviously you've got the dud or you didn't do it right. Mixture or temperature, not good. So now I'm placing the light over it and I'm placing the cover to stop it from going out. Can you see that, guys? Everyone can see my beautiful setup. It's just a basic setup, but I'm hoping it does work. Well, it has worked in the past for me, so I'm hoping that it will work this time as well. So that is my DIY shrimp hatchery. Yorid tag. Hello, Yorid. How are you? Kumusta numero uno? Anyway, this is one of my lovely hobby that I've learned to hatch my own shrimp eggs. And you guys can do the same thing. There is other way of growing your first food for your fighting fish, which I used to do, a culture of a worm, but I didn't like it because it stinks. You use the, you know, bread and yeast, and not only that, it creates, if the worms are not being eaten, it's really, really fine. Kung dili makaon sa isda, muhimo o film sa ibabaw sa tubig. So if the baby fish doesn't eat it, the leftover food, the leftover worms, disintegrate into a tiny film, and it creates a layer over the water, and the baby fighting fish cannot swim or cannot breathe because they like to breathe above. They also breathe inside, but they're air and water breather, and because of that, baby fighting fish, from my experience, have just actually died instead of keeping alive. So I have decided that brine shrimp is the way to go. And I bought this pack here, which will last a long time because there's quite a few bit there. I'm not sure how many kilos that is, but like a kilo or something. And you only need a teaspoon, or it depends how much you're feeding, obviously. But I'm only feeding a hobby, so I'm not feeding something that's like a shop, so they would make a gallon of it. So I'm only feeding at the moment 2 fighting fish that's hatched, and they're not even a lot. They're only, you know, I'll be lucky if I get 50 from the 2, because they're the first time dad and they're not sure how to breed yet. And plus the second one that I did today, I kind of disturbed it. I wrecked the nest, being silly, because I transferred them. I was going to put it on the main tank so it's easier for me to release them when they're, you know, when they're finished and when they're grown. But then I changed my mind because I feel bad because it was too tiny for the father to move around, and he was struggling to pick up the babies on the bottom. So I have decided to put him back as originally, and by doing so, unfortunately, I've disturbed the nest. He was upset with me because he did not want to pick up the children for at least 5-10 minutes. I thought, oh, holy crap. So I had to reduce the water really, really low, just in case he doesn't pick them up. At least once the the babies that just newly hatched is healthy enough, strong enough to swim up, they only have to swim very short, not long. So it's a way of saving them. Okay, guys, so let's just, when the shrimp hatch, this will turn into orange color. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on it, and then I'll add some more extra vlogs or uploads on how my little shrimps are going. Okay, so that's how that should be mixed now nicely. Let me just double check that my actual heater is working, because if it doesn't work, it's not going to hatch. It doesn't seem to heat up. That's not a good thing, is it? There it is. Look, can you see the light? There. Perfect. It wasn't working before, thank goodness. So now it's working. See, I don't know if you can see the light. Yeah, so I just set it up on 28 degrees. For the shrimp to hatch. And the water, as the water moves around, it helps circulate. Irog-irog sa mga eggs, parang makatabang o pamusa. So, irog-irog sa mga eggs. Kaya og dili mairog, magtumpi ra. If the eggs is not moved around by the water or also the air inside, ang hangin ba, dili mo hatch. Okay, so if the water is not moving and there's no air circulating the bottom, the eggs will settle down the bottom and it will not hatch. So there is my perfect DIY. I will show you. I'll bring the camera down. Hopefully I don't crash it. And I will just cover this up. Here we go. Now, speaking of a little bit of light, I might move my fighting fish around. So I may be able to point the camera on it tonight and stay live stream watching my boy how he's attending to his children. So let me just move it without disturbing him too much. I've already done that today. Move my plants. Bear with me, guys. I'm just turning my fish tank around. I'm sorry, my boy. I am annoying you badly, am I? Okay, I successfully moved him without killing him. Okay, let me see. I shall move this one a bit closer in here. A little bit of water so it's stick and suction. Okay, so there's my. Now let's move the light a little bit further here. Like so. So it focuses onto the shrimp. Now this will help the shrimp hatch as well, and helps the shrimp climb up the top for air when it hatches. So guys, let me just put the camera down. Hopefully I won't crash it. And point it into the street hatchery, as well as the fighting fish that have just been hatched today. My little boys and girls, in addition to my babies. I'm actually quite excited because this is their first time, and they are absolutely fascinating to watch when they are older because they're actual fin, especially the males, that's amazing. So just bear with me while I transfer this camera. No, I don't know what I'm doing because I can't see. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Here is the shrimp hatchery. You see that, guys? Look at that bubbling away, huh? So you can see that on the bottom. It's doing its job. So that's the DIY brine shrimp hatchery. And it's working perfect. Look at all the bubbles. The eggs are being tossed around. And the water is getting warm up by the heater. And so is the light. And over here, I want to show you baby boys, children. See that white bit right there? That is his children. And they're just tiny little pieces of a fish that's just up and down for now because they just literally born. So there's not much in there at all. Like I said, I did disturb the nest earlier. So that was very naughty of me. So let me see if I can point the camera for you to see a little bit of the lovely fish. How's that? There you go, guys. Can you see that? There you go. You can watch a baby boy taking care of his children. You have some kind of stop. Please start doing that. I hope that's clear enough for you guys to see. Now we'll just slide my camera to show you the bubbling of my brine shrimp hatchery. There we go. How's that? I am not doing a very good job tonight, am I? Yep. Where is the stuff I asked you? What? Put it on, please. Where's my cover? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this one. It's not. Okay, okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Here is my lovely fighting fish's food to be, which I'm hoping it will hatch. Pardon? Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I'll let you watch my fighting fish instead of the bubbles, because I have to do my census, which I am way overdue. I keep forgetting all about it. I'm going to get into trouble. That's terrible of me. So just bear with me while I'll set this up in here, and hopefully the camera will stay alive but not die on me. And if it does, guys, I'm sorry, but it would have been just the battery running out. Okay, I'm going to change the charger. Watch my lovely boy. This is baby boy attending to his firstborn children. And he is again cellophane, just like his brother that you've seen earlier. Keep saying battery is low. Great stuff. Sorry guys, if it cut off, then I will have to restart. I will have to do another live stream later on once my phone is charged, because at the moment it's not charging properly while I have it on. So very unfortunate, but that's okay. You get to watch a little bit of baby boy looking after his children, and then you'll get to watch my shrimp hatchery. Also eggs. This is eggs, shrimp eggs. Growing to be the children of the shrimps. I will feed my baby fish. Okay, guys, there's only about 9 minutes left, so I'm going to move it into whoa, my shrimp, so you can see the actual granary shrimp going before I ran out of battery. I keep dropping my damn bloody camera, which is not a good thing. So just a quick one, it will be turned off in 10-15 minutes. I just wanted to show you how I do my brine shrimp egg hatchery. As it will just keep going like this, so it's kind of boring to just watching the live streaming the way it is. So okay, so yeah, so that's all it's gonna be for a little bit, and that's it.